It's cold now. Yes. I gotta write checks today. Hmm.
All right, we're live. Just getting everything ready. Okay, so I put up a heads up and no one is viewing yet, which is fine. Okay, there's some viewers. Now we can get underway. Just one other thing. Okay, Jimmy Kelleher is there, and Jimmy Kelleher says hello twice. All right, so our shout outs go to Double D's and me. I wonder what that name means. Kyle Heckman, Jessica Heckman, and Ray Siders third place at the Mid Atlantic Challenge.
How was the Mid Atlantic Challenge, Walter?
I didn't play in it, so I don't know. From what I've heard, it was really good. Jimmy Kelleher said it was awesome. I see his post. It's on
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
We have heard lots and lots of great things. And all except for a couple behind the scenes hiccups, which nobody could tell, they were pretty good. Hi Perry.
Hi, Bill.
So Double D's and me got tied for third place.
What did they get? 1,200?
1,200 they got.
Second was
2,200 and third was 3,300. So that was an okay payout.
And then we had a second chance tournament.
And that was 1,200 for first.
And straight to Vegas doubles.
9-ball doubles.
And then Mini Mania, like tons of them, right?
Yes, Mini Mania. There was a lot of there were so many going on I couldn't keep up with them.
Yeah, I had no idea what's going on in that back room.
Just like at home here. So our upcoming events are Thanksgiving. It's time to get together with your family and play your scheduled pool match, unless you rescheduled it.
Or bring leftovers.
Like some people do. Some people have a big party that day at the match. Next session is coming up.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll start getting the playoff brackets soon.
And
get them going.
Moscone Cup is coming up for those of you who like to watch that. Happy Thanksgiving to you too tomorrow, Bill. For anybody who likes to watch that, Alex and I are going. We are very excited.
So that brings us to another question. We are gone from December 4th to we'll be back December 17th at night. I know it's the beginning of the session. We will be doing everything we can
stay in touch.
Stay in touch and stay on top. Please call Max first, as international calls can be expensive. Text us, FaceTime us if you can.
But we will be there for you in case you need us.
And please remember there's a 6-hour time difference.
Yes, the time is wonky over there. So
when you're at Pool League at 10 o'clock at night,
we are probably in bed.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
But we will do our best. However, if they text us at like 10 in the morning, like they like to, it'll be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll think it's normal business hours.
And we will think it's normal.
So that's to their advantage for that week. And we almost get a text or phone call from someone every morning.
So with that being said, please try to get your changes in next week so I can get, the session, feel comfortable with the session before I leave. I'm going to put everything out before I leave. So again, don't wait till the score sheet is released and then go, oh, can you make this change and that change and the other change? And please make sure you do it all on the Google Forms. Is that Google Forms?
You probably better bring a laptop. I know you don't want to, but can you make the changes on an iPad?
I don't know. If you do it in Google Forms, Max gets those Google Forms and he can make the changes.
And Google Forms is right on your...
It's right on your
app. On the app. You go to the Blue Mountain APA section in the app under the menu, and the very top thing is various forms, and whatever form you need is in there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I picked the dumb joke of the week because it's right along with your favorite all-time joke.
It is.
Which side of the turkey has more feathers, Alex?
I don't know which side of the turkey does have more feathers. Let's see if they guess.
Okay, yeah, let's wait for an answer. Which side
No
of the
cheating.
which side of the turkey has the most feathers?
No cheating.
Well, they probably saw the newsletter. It's been out
Maybe.
for a little while, but that's okay. Hi, Giorgio. It's
Hey,
so much fun
George, that
playing
was
pool
so
with
much
you.
fun.
Okay, so our birthdays is Robert Blum,
Richard Count,
Lonnie Miller,
Stephen Warwick.
Stephen Warwick, and Bill got the outside.
Hello, Christine.
Do you want to explain your favorite joke?
No,
No?
we'll use it one time.
All right.
So there's been some confusion. So your playoff structure is exactly the same. If you come in first, you don't have to play in playoffs and you go directly to Tri-Cup. Where it's different is if you are high points in all the 8-ball
Overall.
divisions or overall the 9-ball divisions, you no longer get a free pass to the Whirlpool qualifier. And that is a change that APA has made.
Yes, they are getting rid of the top dog. Now, we must have had, at least 10 people reach out to us.
I feel like I've had every player from a particular team reach out because they still aren't understanding.
So the playoff structure is the same as it's always been.
For now.
By the way, look who says hello, Alex. Or happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, Ryan.
Ryan Panhorst.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hi, Ryan. Happy Thanksgiving. Nice to see you joining us. If anybody's interested in buying an APA league, Ryan Panhorst is the person you want to talk to. Now, let's not start any rumors. This one is not for sale.
Yeah. No, it's not for sale.
Well, everything's for sale for the right price, but that's a whole other story.
What's a Mac update?
MAC update, Mid-Atlantic Challenge.
What update would there be?
Well, we already gave it.
Oh.
But so okay, just to make sure once again that there is no changes to the playoff structure as is in the bylaws.
We will be changing the bylaws. We have to have them in by February.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions,
Yes.
not that, we'll look at them and, think about them and see if, we can add them or not.
Hi, Ron. Barry, I'm coming to pick up those oysters later today. Probably about 6:30, I'm guessing.
Are we just going to do the oysters in shot glasses with vodka?
Oyster shots for Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
You like them, don't you?
I really do. Thank you, Barry, for bringing oysters to the Mid-Atlantic Challenge. I got to sneak out and have a couple.
We were, Barry was shucking oysters right in the parking lot.
They don't even use a glove.
Well,
Bubba says I do them at home with a butter knife.
yeah, but I don't know how he does that. Like, I use a mesh glove. That's the last thing I want to do is try it. And Bubba, he doesn't even eat them.
No?
No, he just opens them for everybody.
Yeah,
And
they're fun.
and they're perfect.
They
he
always
just does it
bring,
with two
like,
hands and the oyster comes apart.
something.
So the newsletter and the weekly meetings have been all over the place.
They have?
Well, they've been here the whole time, but they've happened at different times.
Oh, I know. I kind of don't think we should have them on Mondays.
What do you guys think?
They're like, don't have them at all. We hate
Well, I
them.
would be okay with that.
No.
I'll bring some food for the shots tonight. Uh-oh, so that means you have to come along now,
I
Alex.
can't. I'm too busy.
Too much work?
Yeah, I got a ton of singles boards in the mail.
I have to go get some from Jenna also. So we've been doing our best to stay on a regular schedule. Like, I try to get the newsletter out every week. Because from what I understand, a lot of people do read it. So how about Double Jeopardy? What's going on with that? Alan, I think we have that going. We have several teams. If you're talking in the Harrisburg area, can you send us in a team roster if you are playing?
Well, who is it? Doug Pressel's team,
George Alicia, George Alicia. Hope and there, I don't know who the other two are, and hopefully Mark Schlenker has a team, but we got to get back to him. Hi Ross, how are you?
Nice.
Um, and so we think it's going to happen. We just got to get our foot to the floor on that.
Also, we're starting a division in Perry County, so we could use some players up there in case anybody's interested or lives close to
Monday Night 8 Ball.
Monday Night 8 Ball at Mountain Stone Inn, and we were just there.
Sherman's Creek.
Sherman's Creek.
But anyway, we're getting off track here.
So we're always off track. Stu Schlosser had a heart attack at pool last week.
Yes, and he is in the hospital recovering.
He's in the hospital recovering.
So keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, he doesn't want any visitors right now, which I don't blame him.
I think he has pneumonia on top of it.
Yeah, he's struggling with the pneumonia. But they're hoping maybe he'll be home. When you said Friday, did you mean like day after tomorrow Friday or next Friday? Where are we?
We are still on the newsletter update.
Going all over the place.
Going all over the place. So we're going to just try to get it more regular. We will do our best.
Are we doing one from London?
We should. We should do one from Ali Pally if we can. But it's always so loud in there.
He's hoping.
He's hoping. I think that's premature. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's hope he gets home soon. That's all that matters.
Knowing Ron, he'll bring Thanksgiving dinner to the hospital.
I believe Ron's been visiting him a lot, which is very much appreciated. Next session rosters, please get them in. Remember, if you are qualified for Tri-Cup, get your rosters finalized by week 4 in case you win Tri-Cup, because you cannot make any changes to a qualified team after week 4. And just because of the way our session falls, it's never done by week 4 in the spring. It's a very tricky rule there.
I think it's just, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I think, because, well, you don't listen to me anyway.
Well, what would you change?
I just kind of feel like I get so jammed up at this time of year. Every year, we're either going to Vegas or Moscone Cup somewhere and scrambling to get everything done, and it's very stressful.
We are jammed up. That is fact.
See what I mean?
Well, I think next year we have to go to Moscone Cup just for the days of Moscone Cup.
I get it, Walter, but if you're gonna travel that far, you might as well go and see the sights.
So yeah, please get your next session rosters in so we can get that in order. Bill asked earlier about the wildcard draws. They should be starting to be done.
Yeah, Max is working on them. Unfortunately, he's sick, so he's doing the best that he can.
Max has some kind of bug, so as soon as we can get them out, we will.
If you're already a member, there should be something on your app that says to pay your membership. New players, I would like them to pay their membership 12/1 or later.
Yeah, do not have any new members join before December 1st, or else they will have to repay.
They'll get prorated in January.
So
how come when I stop talking, it's still talking?
Because you're looking one screen is delayed, the one with our comments and our replies. One is our actual video send screen, and the other one is what the players see.
Mm-hmm. We finally got
our throwing you off.
Pets back from Max, and I don't think they want to be here.
One of them, at least. All right, so our rule reminder is pocketed balls.
What about pocketed balls?
Where is it? Now I gotta find it.
And this is where he says, "Keep talking, Alex."
Balls must remain in a pocket to be legal. If any ball, including the cue ball, goes in a pocket but bounces back out of the playing surface, it is not considered pocketed and must be played from where it lies. The shooter does not need to designate the intended ball or pocket during the shot, except when they are legally shooting the 8 ball. One time I was in Vegas shooting a mini, and I put so much draw on the cue ball that it actually imparted it on the 8 ball. The 8 ball went into the pocket, popped back out, hopped over the cue ball, and ran up to the other side of the table. I'm not lying. Note 1. Once a ball has stopped in motion, it cannot move again without outside forces affecting it. So in other words, as you guys know, if a ball stops and then it drops in, it goes back. The reason I bring this up is in the Mid-Atlantic Challenge, there was a cue ball and the 5 ball were stuck in the pocket together. And the cue balls were, if 2 balls become jammed in a pocket and are leaning off the edge to some degree, they are deemed pocketed. Drop them in the pocket and resume playing unless doing so ends the game. Now that wording is really goofy. I mentioned that to the APA. What that means is you don't get to go again if it ends the game.
And it ends the game if the 8 ball is one of them.
They are very much overstating the obvious in that one to the point where it confused us for weeks.
When did we have our meeting last week? Did we talk about the flying squirrel last week?
No, we had the flying squirrel since then.
Oh, okay.
We'll explain the flying squirrel in a minute. But yeah, if both balls are jammed in the pocket and they're over the edge, they go in. And if it's the 8 ball and the cue ball, wah wah, too bad. Game over, you lose. So that is our rule reminder of the week. And our thought of the week is there is no dishonor in losing the tournament. There is only dishonor in not playing because you are afraid to lose.
And there's also dishonor in cheating.
Where does my quote come from, Alex?
The Art of Racing in the Rain.
You read it already.
I did.
Taken from the movie The Art. It's such a true story. It's if you enter a tournament and lose, so what? You're just a donation. But if you don't go in the tournament because you're afraid of losing, that makes you a pussy.
And if you go in the tournament and cheat, what does that make you?
A douchebag.
I can't say douchebag.
Why not? Because that's what a cheater is.
It's horrible, horrible words.
Would you prefer shithead?
Yeah.
Jackass?
Jackass.
Moron?
Moron.
Dingleberry?
Cheater.
Politician?
Politician.
There you go.
There you go.
And our etiquette is you have ball in hand, ask before you pick up the ball. So there was this really interesting shot at the Mid-Atlantic Challenge.
I saw so many people at the Mid-Atlantic Challenge call a ref on their own shot.
Oh, it's from other areas?
From other areas.
That's because their league operators don't care about them like we do. That's not true. We just want to make sure that you give yourself every chance. I saw that a lot too. So there was a guy, he's a pretty high skilled player. Somebody showed me this video. The guy shoots, if you could picture it, the guy shoots the 6 ball into the side, and then the 8 and the 9 are down on the bottom. They're kind of locked up, and the 8 is behind the 9. So he shoots a 6 ball into the side, walks around the table like twice, picks a cue ball up, sets it back down, and shoots the 8 ball. And then when he did that, he hit the 8 ball where nothing hit a rail. So the guy literally fouled twice in the same shot. So when he shot the 8 ball the second time, nothing hit a rail. And then you can hear the wife in the background going, it hit the rail twice, it hit the rail twice, blah, 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 blah. Well, I had a conversation with this gentleman afterwards, and the guy was so embarrassed, he didn't even realize he did it.
As embarrassed as I was when I got my ass handed to me by a 12-year-old.
Probably not, but he was quite embarrassed.
But previous to that, the day before, Walter and Dave Beatty were playing doubles, and Dave Beatty got called away, and he's like, Alex, you're on the 2 ball, and tell them about that shot.
So, yeah, Alex was on the 2 ball, and she gets up and combos the 9 right into the pocket on a crazy shot.
Yeah, the 2 ball is down here, and the 9 ball is up here, and the cue ball was on an angle. I couldn't believe it went in. I went and smacked my husband's hands, high five, and went on my way.
Is that the best shot you ever shot in your life?
That and the one where I shot the ball and it went all the way up the table, not on the rail, just up the table. That was at Sierra Madre against that one team that doesn't play anymore.
Tim Long.
Tim Long, yeah.
Tim Long and his partner Jim Horstick.
Jim Horstick. Long Horstick was
Long
on
Horstick.
a black one time.
I'll tell you what, if my last name was Horstick, I would never use my first name. I would want to come in the room, especially at the nightclub, and have somebody yell, yo, Horstick.
I liked him. I like that team.
Yeah, Jim. That was his real name, Horstick, Jim Horstick, and he's proud of it. I would be proud of that last name too. Okay, so I hope I did my roster right. Sorry about the changes we had to join before. Oh, that's okay. Timeout. When should a timeout timer begin and call them? Yeah, as soon as somebody calls a timeout, that timeout timer should be flipped over. Wow, it was hard enough to get one ball in the pocket in a minute. Like, how the heck did you get two stuck in this line? It was in the corner. They got him stuck in the side. Hi, Dennis. Or in the corner, I mean.
Dennis, how did you do at your tournament?
Dennis did good. You got like 32nd or something like that out of like 300 shooters. And Jeff Tarkanish's father passed away. We're sorry about that, Jeff.
Condolences to the family.
Our condolences and prayers. Okay, and finally, we had a little excitement at home during the week. Not that anybody cares. But like I come home and Alex.
No, so
okay, you tell
I'm
us.
laying on the couch and all of a sudden it's like, phew. I'm like, what happened? Now, mind you, before Walter left, he goes down to the basement. He goes, Mom, he goes, your mother did some serious damage down in the basement. Everything's knocked over. My mother passed away in 2013. So I was just freaking out, like, oh my God, is my mother stuck between worlds? Like, what's going on? And then I keep seeing this shadow, like, fly out. So the next thing I know, I start looking for it, and this little, I couldn't tell if it was a chipmunk, a mouse, or a squirrel. And then, even after I saw it, I couldn't tell. That's how good I know my animals. And I was wondering, like, why there were bits and pieces of dog food, like, all over the house. Well, this squirrel ended up going in our hat box, making a little home for itself. He'd go over to the dog's food, eat out of the dog's food, come around to the water bowl, drink out of the water bowl, and go on his merry way back into the hat box.
I know this because I saw this.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on the couch, and I just see him go like right across the floor. And then
like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, and then he gets food, and then he's in the water, like, and then he goes under the water dish, and I'm like, Alex, you got to help me corral him to get him outside. So I put Alex in one spot. I'm over here, and of course Alex comes over to try to move him out, and he shoots back into the closet. Jumps back in the hat box. I grab the hat box, and I start emptying this stuff out, and there he was looking up at me. So I put the box out. I got him to go outside, and he flew down the steps.
Yep.
And then he turns around, and he's like this. He's like, I'm back in.
He's like,
and he's got these gigantic eyeballs. He's like, I'm in my house.
Sitting at the back sliding door. Looking in with eyeballs this big, shivering. Oh my God, I just wanted to cry. I felt so bad.
And then finally he runs up to the window and he's trying to get in, and then finally took off.
Yeah.
So that was our exciting.
That was our exciting.
So that's our second flying squirrel we had in the house.
Oh, good job, Dennis.
So here's a fun fact. Pennsylvania is the world capital for flying squirrels, in case you did not know that.
That's our second one.
The reason you never see them is they're nocturnal. Our first one was about this big, and then this guy was about this big. And that includes the tail. We wanted to keep him, but we can't.
You can't
He belongs outside.
He belongs outside, the poor thing.
He was not happy to go, though.
No.
He was almost as hard to get out of the house as Max.
He was probably here for like 2 weeks having a ball.
I don't know. Yeah, so Dennis got 25 to 32nd out of 280 people. I'm not surprised.
All right, that's all I got. 20 minutes is good enough.
So there we are. So please remember, there's no change to the playoff structure, and please get in your rosters for next session. And
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Be kind.